Welcome back to the workshop. This is built in Scotland. This isn't exactly built in Scotland, this is going to be repaired in Scotland, but same difference. So today what we're going to do is, I've got a thermostat housing. This bad boy's getting on. I actually bought this van that broke down on me on the motorway because the thermostat housing blocked up on me. I cut the centre out of it, I snapped the bolts in it, so it's time to replace it. It's a 1.8 turbo diesel. Doesn't feel like a turbo to me. It's a DGR blanked half. A hell of a lot of oil running about there. And all over the bonnet. That's coming out of somewhere. So, start with the thermostat housing. I've got a dodgy injector somewhere. Need to figure out where that is. Then sort that oil leak. I've got a buckshear pipe that's been put on the back here. You can see it with the yellow writing. That one there. That's not a right pipe. It's actually kinked and blocking off. I take it that's the water cooling for the inlet manifold. That's got to get fixed. Aye. We've got blocked drains up here so the water pushes inside. Fit wells are off full of water. Aye. So I'll get my work cut out on me with this one. But let's get the tools out and we'll get it stripped. So, right, this is the part I'm changing here. Right, I've got these wee hose clips off there. That should just pull off. Usually, if you were taking this off, you'd be very, very careful. Because, I'm not kidding, I'm changing it right enough. But, see. I've got a tray underneath to catch the water. But, see that wee pipe? Very easy to snap that off. Then you would need to change this whole lot. I'm changing a whole lot because that bolt there snapped, and you can see I've put a nut and bolt on that one there because that snapped, and the same on the one at the back because that snapped. What actually happened here is the thermostat stopped working, which means it kept all the hot water inside the engine. Usually a thermostat engine heats up first, thermostat will open, let the water circulate through your radiator to cool it, get your heaters inside, etc. So what happened is this jammed, and I was on a motorway, 55 mile an hour, temperature gauge, bang, right through the roof. And what actually happened was this had jammed, and it was just causing it to overheat. Simple as that. What I done was I took once I got this all off, I actually cut the centre out, the thermostat, and put it back on, just basically to check that I never fried it. I never done a heat in on it or overheated it too much. But this is the repair. That was weeks ago. This is me just getting into doing it. So, want all the water drain out. It's actually got a split in it there too. We've got a drum under to keep all the water. This has got antifreeze and all that in it. I don't want to be reusing that. Don't be wasting stuff. So I'll let that drain out. I'll get a wee swig of my coffee and then we'll get the bolts at it. Right, so that's all the water drained at it. You're going to need a 8mm socket for this. What's the spanner right enough? Ratchet spanner. Or a socket would do. just got one hand here. So take that one out, it's a dipstick and a live for heater plugs. Don't want that to touch any metal because that will spark. It'll blow up, but it'll scare the shit right with you. Then you'll need a 10mm. 10mm spanner for them. Crack that. Take that one out. Long bolts because it goes right through the whole plastic. Yep. Yeah. I'll show you a wee problem with what I was having, why I've got to change this. See, it's a plastic, but it's got a wee metal insert in it. So what happens is that wee metal insert rusts onto the bolt, and then the bolt snaps in there. It doesn't actually snap in the heat, it snaps on the wee sleeve. Then that heat comes off your bolt, bolt's stuck in there, bolt screwed into the heat. Pain in the arse to get off. So that's why, I take it that's why it's so cheap to buy a whole thing. Only 15 quid, a full thermostat housing, or £9 for a thermostat. You can do the math on that. If you've never had it off before, I would recommend you just went for the whole thing, because you'll probably get the same thing as what I got, and the bolts snapping, and that was a nightmare. I had to pull the bolts out, the wee sleeves. I'll show you once I get it off what I had to actually do to get it off. So you can see a rust on that. That's what seizes them into the wee metal sleeves, and that's what makes it hard to get out. Look at the difference between the top bolt, which is that one, and the bottom bolt. The bottom bolt is absolutely rotten. I'll give it a wire brush up, and I'll give it a wee spray up before I put it back in. But that's basically the thermostat's just sitting in there. So a wee bit of wiggly. There is, if you can see it, it's just off camera, yeah. I've already taken that wee clip off, a wee pair of pointy mole grips. I've left the mole grips on and just slid it to the side. That wee pipe will come off with it, and I'll change that once the whole lot's off. So if we just get us a wee wiggle, a wee helping hand off this bit. Oh shite! Just pull the dipstick out a wee bit. There's nothing else on this. It's just a wee bit wiggly to get it out. Yeah, I'm trying to film this as best as I can. I'm doing it off my phone. Just new to YouTube, but the videos will get a bit better. Yeah, that's off. There you go. Now you can see that one I actually managed to get out. That's actually a bolt out of that one. but it fitted back in that one, that wee sleeve better. As you can see on the back, that's the wee metal sleeves on top of it. That's what rusts in. The bolt rusts into that. That's a wee bit inside the plastic. So, if you can see, it's an original Ford part anyway, so it's been in for the van was new. It's a 04 plate. So, we'll get this wee pipe changed over onto the new one, and then we'll get it, the heat cleaned up. Clean that up a wee bit. That's pretty rank. There is a new seal. That seal's buggered anyway. There's a new seal and a new one. And that's pretty much gist. Right, so this is a new one. As you can see on these shiny bolts. I got that hose changed over. That was actually a bit easier than what I thought it was going to be. Nice simple wee job. So I'm going to get this heat cleaned up. It actually looks not too bad inside. I've not got a wee endoscope to fan to check it, but it doesn't seem to be too much corrosion on it. This is a good sign. Right, so get this a wee clean up. I'm just using an hacksaw blade just to get the heavier stuff off, and then we're going to re-rub the sandpaper, and that should be hunky-dory. It's a rubber seal, so it doesn't really need to be as clean as if it was a paper gasket. A paper gasket would need to be so, new seals in. Just a wee rubber seal. Just put 2 bolts in and it will tightly compress against that, and that's it, sealed. So this is a wee bit tricky to get it back in again now, pulling the dipstick out again. So push it in, and then wiggle the pipe on. You see the pipe in there. You see it? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Right. Basically, that's that back into where it's going to go. We'll get the 2 bolts back in. Put that one in first. Oh, I just filled my bucket. Fluffy duck. Yeah, this one is. We go up. It's not too bad, I can see that. It's 29 of his month. You know, you level. But we're okay. Nicely in there. Ready. So. Back on. So I don't pull that out again. Milli. Again, that doesn't need to go that tight. And this hose, put you back on. Just slip that back, like so. Take the grips off, drop them in the bucket, and then it's back on where it's supposed to be. Then we've got this one, back on again, and just pushes on there. But that's not enough, so I need to tighten up the grips. Yeah. Right. So that leaves this wee tap one, and this is the one I was telling you about that breaks. Should be easy enough getting back on right off. Get my wee pair of pliers. Yeah, job done. Right, so I was stripping that pipe out of the back here. The airbox and all that out. Cleaned up all this pipe work. And this is the pipe I was talking about, right? This is the way this came off. Look at that. That's the way it was on. Totally kinked. Yeah. Totally kinked. That's the way it's sat on the back here in that manifold. So that's the pipe I took off. Let's stay at that. Fucking why? So how could somebody leave that on? That's the way that was. That's the way it was. Blocked. Totally kinked. Now I'm going to replace it with this one. This is off my old transit. It's rotten right enough, so sacrifice. So that'll give me a nice bend in. That'll come out back of the inlet manifold. Come out, run, bypass the turbo, and then I'll cut it to length and it goes onto the cylinder head. Done.